Russian troops will set off on a race to Kiev to topple the Ukrainian government, according to plans presented by Kremlin military chiefs. Tens of thousands of Putin's soldiers will push south into Ukraine to target the capital and install a pro-Russian regime, Western officials fear. There will also be a multi-axis invasion by Russian forces. Troops will enter the country from Belarus and Crimea before converging in eastern Ukraine. Their mission will be to align themselves to prevent Ukrainian forces in the east of the country heading back to defend Kiev. With speed of movement being critical to Russia's strategy, lighter vehicles and weapons systems have apparently been selected for the ground offensive. More Russian troops, possibly an extra 20,000, are being added to the invasion force, which is currently 130,000 strong. A source said, "The buildup of soldiers and equipment is unprecedented and very alarming. This is a force built for the purpose of an invasion." It is estimated a further 14 Russian brigades are heading for the Ukrainian border. The logistics are also in place, the medical backup as well as air and naval assets. We have seen the buildup of Russian vessels in the Atlantic, the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. Holidays have also been cancelled for many Russian units. In total, you are looking at 60% of Russia's overall combat power being engaged in this operation. The land threat has also been made more potent by the disposition of their attacking forces. Russia has basically traded mass for speed, knowing they must get to Kiev as quickly as possible. They must also rapidly get other units to eastern Ukraine to form a barrier stopping Ukrainian units pushing back west to save the capital city. According to sources, detailed invasion plans will be presented imminently to President Putin, who has still yet to make a final decision on the invasion. Putin is expected to meet his defense minister Sergei Shoigu and the head of Russia's secret services Alexander Bortnikov before committing to war. That's because the UK, the US and the EU will launch a blitzkrieg on Russia's banking system and financial services industry if Russia invades. Kiev is lightly defended because most Ukrainian troops have been stationed in the east fighting Russian separatists since 2014. The Ukrainian capital is only 150 miles via the E95 highway from Belarus' southern border, a journey Russian tanks could make in 6 hours. A source added, once they get to Kiev, the Russians are reluctant to send their troops into situations where they could be fighting street by street. Such a close-quarter battle would likely lead to heavy casualties, both military and civilian. The Russians don't want to get bogged down. They're hoping for a bloodless coup, to oust the democratically elected government and put their people in without much of a struggle. They are probably underestimating the willingness of the Ukrainians to fight for their country. They are not just going to roll over. So it could get very bloody. the state-controlled media claims the crisis is NATO's fault, there is little or no appetite within Russia for conflict with their neighbor. Russians see Ukrainians as being like themselves. Many Russians also have Ukrainian relatives. There is little opposition to a possible war because of the Kremlin's control of the media. This could change quickly if a lot of people are killed, a source said. An actual invasion would also prove expensive for Russia financially and politically, as it would suffer heavy economic sanctions and become a pariah state.